Here, welcome back to a new Henry Danger video, and we're back with a new reviewing of my favorite Henry Danger episodes. And this is a really good two-parter episode, which obviously I'm reviewing both parts in this one review. But yeah, it is a really good episode. And it starts with Henry, Jasper, Swaz, and Ray putting all these different things in this donation box that they're doing, and Charlotte comes to see what they're doing, and even though they're putting these things for this homes for runaway teens, apparently it's shut down, so now they have all that for nothing. And yeah, Swaz tells Jasper to clean up the mess, and even threatens him. And then, yeah, turns the tables as well, which then he leaves. And then, yeah, of course, Ray doesn't know who Frakini is. And, of course, you're saying of how he's old. But he's like, I'm not old. I'm hip. I'm young. And then we see Frankini, which he's an interesting villain, I would just say, in the show. And he's the brother of, I cannot remember who, but I know somebody else that's famous as well. He's the brother of some female actress. But yeah, he shows this invitation for Captain Man and Kid Danger, and yeah, just doing these digital fireworks. Like, yeah, he is something else, I can just say, but very funny. And of course, Henry can't go to it because he's got to babysit Piper. And then Jasper says he can babysit Piper, but he's saying that he can't. He doesn't think that his parents would allow any of his friends to babysit. And then yeah, after saying that, which is pretty funny, after saying of how Jasper would babysit, then Charlotte is saying that she'll babysit, and he's like, really? And then hugs her. After just saying that. And, yeah, these moves, these things that Ray is doing, you're like, yeah, play stop, Ray. And then, yeah, they make it to Frankini's place, and sees this rope saying yank it, and they manage to come in and sees this whole broadcast area, and we see Frankini and touching their shoulders, and then making an entrance, and then he's like, invitations, you may buy the party I'm having next Saturday. And then we see Gomer, which I remember Gomer, or the guy who does Gomer on Sam and Cat, was it? Yeah, I know it wasn't iCarly, so it must have been Sam and Cat. But I do remember saying the guy who does Gomer on Sam and Cat as well. He does a character on Sam and Cat as well, which is another show that I enjoyed, along with iCarly as well. But yeah, he's another funny character. And bringing out these underwear, and yeah, even having Goomer read this thing that's on his hand. And yeah, Henry and Ray decide that, yeah, they can do some male role modeling. And yeah, then we see Frankini just laughing diabolically. And then Piper is watching people pop their pimples. Yeah, very gross. Like, who would even want to watch that? And yeah, Charlotte comes to, of course, babysit Piper. And then, yeah, we see Charlotte having this towel, this rag, that Mr. Hart was looking for because he needs it for this thing that him and Mrs. Hart is going to be doing, this game, and that he sweats a lot. And yeah, um, she even sprays some stuff on her hands. And yeah, of course, he doesn't even answer any of her questions that she has. And yeah, they come out with their Frankini bottoms. And Frankini shows this machine, which actually controls them. Yeah, and making them squat as well. And he is like, I can control you now. You're my puppets, and I am the puppet master. And even making them sing as well. And then him saying that when they get to 10 million views on his live stream, they are going to reveal their mask take off their mask and reveal their true identities to the world. And then, yeah, of course, Charlotte and Piper are still watching pimples being popped and getting Charlotte addicted to it. And then, yeah, doing some pre live stream entertainment by doing this dance, which is just funny. And then Jasper just coming, obviously because yeah, he's just alone. He makes this excuse, but it's pretty obvious that he's just alone. And even Swaz is watching the live stream as well and laughing. And we see that yeah, they're saying that something is not right with Henry and Ray. And yeah, doing the scene from this movie, which yeah, making everybody cry as well, which is pretty funny. And then them revealing that they are gonna be taking off their mask and revealing their identities, which of course they're like they would never do anything like that. And Charlotte tells Jasper to stay here with Piper, so she can go to the man cave to help Swaz. And yeah, Piper got off the phone with two guys that we've seen at the school, and that they're going to be doing this, making this giant pimple, and even getting well, it's not going to be a real pimple. It's going to be a fake looking pimple that looks real, but it's not, and gonna and the getting some banana pudding as pus. Yeah, and just to drive people away from watching Frankini's live stream. And then Schwaz is just polishing his head. And then we see Henry and Ray scrubbing these toilets, even then brushing their teeth with the same ones that they were scrubbing the toilets with. And even noticing some of the different things like the machine, and Schwaz explaining with what that machine does. And yeah, we see them coming and got all the stuff ready to put that pimple on Jasper. And then doing this beauty pageant questions. And yeah, Goomer is trying to get Frankini's attention, and yeah, they're losing viewers because yeah, they're interested in Piper's live stream of this pimple, which again, trust me, it's not real. Thank you, Jesus, it's not real. They make it look like it's real though, because that would be absolutely disgusting, especially towards the end. Yeah, like I hope that nobody ever has a pimple that looks like that. And then, yeah, Frank Keeney makes this worm dip. And yeah, even making Goomer try not to barf, to puke. And yeah, even having spread toast points and polishing Swaz's head even harder. And again, trying to get everybody to get to Piper's live stream so people can watch this pimple being popped. And then, yeah, Frankini reaches 10 million. And they're about to unveil their mask until Swaz cuts the power to the whole city. And yeah, they're in control of their own bodies again. And yeah, they get out of their Frankini bottoms. And yeah, for punishment, they get Frankini, yeah, all tied up and bring him to the house to squirt this banana pudding on him. Obviously, acting like pus coming out of this pimple. That is not real. Thank goodness. Yeah, thank goodness. I swear, I'm so happy that that is not a real pimple and real pus. It's just banana pudding. But yeah, a really good episode. I'd like to know what y'all think. And catch you next one.